Hello friends, and welcome back to the Hoodrat podcast and the Comics, where me, Space, and GoCollect search all of the interwebs for the books that were hot to not, and maybe some books that are back of the freezer, you know, behind the steaks and chicken and the cold milk, man, that you forgot about. But we're here to help you find those books so you can make some deals, man.
Let's find them.
Let's make some deals. So how you do today, Space?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
I'm good, man. And hey, guys out there in in YouTube land, make sure you follow Space Ferret over here on his YouTube channel. He's gonna be doing some live stuff pretty soon, man. He got the whole of the StreamYard, so it's gonna be awesome, man. So just make sure you go down to the description, and you can go to GoCollect on their website as well, and go for their apply for their pro account. Pretty easy, and then you can follow Space over there on YouTube as well, man. You ready to do this, Space?
All right, man. You know what we got to do, though, right?
What do we got to do, bro? We just gotta talk about these comics, right?
Yeah, we got to do that, but first we got to stay cool.
Let's stay cool, man.
All right, up first this week, we got X-Men number 130. Kind of not a crazy surprise to anyone following comics, right? But X-Men 130 is the first appearance of the Dazzler. I love the Dazzler. My wife loves Dazzler. This is one of her favorite comic book characters. Matter of fact, got two of these bad boys right here. Yeah.
Sell one of those, bro.
Yeah, they're hers. It's on the docket. We're thinking about it. So, but she loves it. So, but you can see this week, it was at number 7, fell 17 places to number 24. So it dropped a little bit, right? But it was already at number 7, so it didn't fall crazy far or anything like that. But this is a real good book to own, and we all kind of know why this is spiking if you're into comics and looking at comics and collector. This is all because of the fun Taylor Swift rumors that are going around. She's showing up at NFL games, and she's there with Ryan Reynolds, and she's there with whoever else, anybody else.
Wolverine, bro.
Well,
Wolverine,
exactly.
Yeah.
With Hugh Jackman. That's right. I forgot all about that because he was with him, right? And but yeah, so that's why everyone's going crazy again. It just kind of sparked this frenzy again. That's why Dazzler, all the rest of Dazzler books are starting to be on the rise, but especially this one, especially the first appearance in X-Men 130. This book was written in 1980 by Chris Claremont, and
it was actually before she was born, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Dazzler's been around way longer than she has. Dazzler's almost been around longer than me. And I'm gonna dub this one. This is the first appearance of Dazzle Swift. So that's what this one's going to be.
I like
Swift,
it, bro.
Right?
I like it, bro.
The frenzy started. Everyone's kind of hopping on board. But yeah, written by Chris Claremont. And if you haven't read this is actually it's a cool story. It's a cool introduction. A lot of people write Dazzler off as a mutant who's just like, oh, she just makes lights. And I mean, she does that, but she does a lot of other stuff too. So I won't.
She can roller skate, bro.
Well, I mean, that's the most important one, right? She can sing, but can she roller skate? Yes, she can.
She can roller skate and sing
at the
same time. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, let's get into this.
Well, you forgot about this, man. Check this out. I saw this headline the other day, bro. It looks like she's boosting the NFL ratings, so she's kind of saving the NFL, bro. Like NFL had some bad ratings, bro, because all the head stuff and the head concussions and brain damage and all that stuff.
Yeah, people were trying to badmouth, but her look at her effect. Look at how wide her effect is. It's not just music and singing and pop culture stuff that doesn't have anything related to what she's doing. She's into comics now. She's boosting the NFL. And next thing she's going to boost the MCU, right? So I mean, let's hope that she does.
Could she say the MCU, bro? Is she,
I don't
or
know,
has
dude.
she saved the MCU?
I
Has
don't
she
know.
saved the MCU?
Maybe she already has. Like,
Yeah.
and we just don't even know it yet because, like, there's so much hype around her with this last tour that she did, and everyone's just like kind of at a fever pitch. Like everyone loves her, right? Like, nobody really like doesn't like Taylor Swift. I mean, like probably like people who don't listen to her music don't really know, but like
I mean, I don't mind her. I don't hate her.
sure,
I just
sure,
don't,
same,
like, yeah, I'm cool with
same.
it. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
exactly. And if she gives a boost to comics and to the MCU, then I'm all for it, dude. Like, let's do it. Let's have her boost it. Let's put a little bit of oomph behind whatever she's going to do if she's going to show up as a Dazzler, and let's feel the effects, and we can all kind of pat each other on the back and make a little bit of money too.
But she better be on roller skates, bro.
Dude, it's all that matters, right? Or in that you know what I saw earlier today is I don't know if you follow Boss Logic, but he did.
I
like
saw that.
Yeah, dude,
Whoa.
he did a mock-up of her, the original, like this suit.
I know, I saw it, bro. As a trip.
Yeah, and I was like, that's dope. Like it looks pretty good. Can't really like it looks. She looks like the character, dude. She
bro,
looks like
and Boss Logic's whole kind of like his art for Ahsoka with Rosario Dawson's what actually got Rosario Dawson the job.
To do
like
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
like it like helped move that along.
It moved it along, so it's like
yeah.
So if she isn't Dazzler yet, Taylor Swift's probably Dazzler now if Boss Logic did it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's got Disney. I mean, they're probably already looking at her, but it's got Disney like really kind of oh, okay. Let's see what's going on. Let's make some money. Let's get some money back, right? So
Mickey's like Minnie, we're gonna go to Hawaii.
Let Taylor Swift take over for a little bit. It's okay. She'll be all right. She'll take care of it for us, But yeah, like she, helping boost NFL ratings. Next thing she's gonna write a cookbook. Next thing she's gonna learn how to, like we were saying last week, she's gonna start BJJ and she'll be a black belt and she'll just dominate everyone. And it's just her. It's everywhere. She's gonna be everywhere. All right, and you can see from our friends here at GoCollect, obviously first appearance of the Dazzler. There's one 9.9 on the census, and that thing has not
Someone
sold.
got lucky.
Someone got real lucky.
Really?
For a book from
Freaking
1979, right? This book is as old as I am. It's 44 years old, and to get a 9.9, that's pretty amazing. It must have not seen the light of day for a long time. But
I mean, how can it even survive in a long box that long, bro?
I don't know, dude. I books like that, books that are that old or even older, when you see them in 9/8 and they're 10 years older than this book, I have a feeling that people just they would put them in maybe a bag and a board eventually, but they would just leave them raw and sit in a box like all by themselves. Nothing else touches it. The box doesn't move for years. Doesn't see any light. No dust gets on it. I think that's the only way those books get to that grade when they're that old.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, who knows? I'd love to come across something like that, right? But you can kind of see the 9.8s. They are there's 339 of them on the census, so a decent amount, not tons or whatever. But by far the biggest ones are the 9.4s with 820 on the census. 9.6 in between with 800. But that 9.8 fair market value at close to pushing $2,000, like wow, that's pretty impressive. For this book, But what's funny about it is that it's right around the 30-day mark is the same, but a year ago this book was only $1,500. So you can see how much that has jumped in the last year. 90-day, but 3 months ago it was pretty much the same, $1,500. But just this last 30 days, it's that Dazzle Swift effect on it has got the that jump up in price already for those 9.
It's probably the only book that's increased in value, bro, over the last year and a half, man.
Yeah, because so many of them have fallen off, right? And I mean, like we saw, we were talking about Submariner #1, how much that's dropped. But look at this one, dude. This book is newer and it's gone up $500 in the last year. That's pretty uncommon. This is
happening in a comic book depression, man, too.
We're on the downslide of all the prices, right? So it's a buyer's market, but not not for her. Like she's making it boom. She's boosting the NFL. She's boosting, comic sales. So, or at least Dazzler sales. But yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, it's actually about a quarter of the price for a 9.6. So that's a huge difference in the fair market value of a 9.6. Like, I would love to have a 9.6 or a 9.8 in this book. Unfortunately, my copies are probably 7.5, 8.0, something like that. Maybe 7.0. Kind of hard to tell.
I have one copy, bro, and it's not the greatest copy.
Yeah, but I mean, you got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I got that copy for like $25 or something, bro.
Yeah,
like
dude.
it was just, I remember back in, like 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right
no one cared about Dazzler, bro.
No, dude, not and it kind of went up a little bit in the boom because everyone was kind of X-Men crazy. The rumors ran rampant with X-Men stuff, and they're like, well, maybe maybe this weird Dazzler character can be in stuff too, and so that price went up a little bit. And same thing. I think ours were around the $30 mark or whatever, $40 mark maybe for this book, and that's a pretty good investment. Even if you sold this book raw right now, you can get them pretty cheap. I mean, it's pretty expensive. They're not cheap right now.
They're not cheap anymore. Not anymore.
No, exactly. But like even like 2 years ago, you could have when it was still high, but obviously not as much right now.
No, man.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I was eyeing this earlier, but I'm looking at it again now, and to me, the money is right around that 9.2 mark. Entrance fair market value for something that's approximately 9.2 for under $200.
Yep,
that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, 190. That's pretty solid, man. Like that's the way to go. It just when I was looking at these numbers and I was like, wow, I can't believe it's gone up that much. Just like what you were saying, this is, everything else is sliding downwards and this is trending up. So,
I mean, this was a great read, man. Like this issue,
yep.
It was an awesome read. but it's not live, bro. It's kind of like a big joke book for a while, like, yeah, it's like the biggest joke.
I think until recently it was a joke book. It was a joke
book.
For years and years.
It was like kind of the book you saw. You're like, and you kind of, you kind of smirk at it,
exactly.
and like,
And now everyone's looking. They were looking at it with one eye before. Now they're really, really staring at it with both eyes. So
but if you guys, find a reader's copy, man, like I would definitely, or whatever, man. If you,
find a mid-grade.
Yeah, like, something like that. Something to read. It's a good. I mean, it's Claremont, man. Claremont. You can't go wrong with in this era.
It is. And the cool part about it is it's kind of like a more like lighthearted X-Men book from this era. It's not crazy intense or anything like that. I mean, it's not. There's stuff that happens in it. It's not great, but like, it's not as intense as some of the stuff that's right around this era.
But look at the artists, though, man. This book, man. Like there's some
so
legends.
many.
Romita, Byrne, bro, Terry Austin, like
Oliver,
Crispy, Oliver, like, dude, there's some. This book was touched by legends, and
you don't. And the funny part is too, as I was looking at that, you don't see that many artists on a book anymore, all working on the same book. It's usually like 3, 4 max, And what are we at? 8, 7?
8.
So that's crazy, dude. Like, one dude writing it all. All right, now we got the eBay sold listings right here. We got a 9.8 just moved, just pretty much exactly what GoCollect said. 1980, right?
Bro,
almost 2
1980,
Gs.
bro.
Almost 2 Gs. But so that's that. They're right on the money when it comes to that. But I mean, right across from that, just a week ago or so. Near mint minus copies, so you're looking, 9.2 range, somewhere right around there. They had 371.11 best offer accepted. They probably took 320 or 315 or something like that. So I mean, for a high grade raw over 300, that's nothing to sneeze at, dude.
Bro. It's crazy, man. How much this book costs now at a raw. I didn't even know this because I just knew this as like a $35 book, man.
Maybe you're jumping up to $75 and you get a real crispy copy, right? Maybe like somebody's like, yeah, it's worth it at that. Look how high grade it is, but never like $300, like that's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, somebody else 1,700 down the line, and then you got a couple of the Dazzler #1s thrown in there too. I mean, you're going to see the bump in those as well, right? Just from this book going up is so. But yeah, 100, 400, for a 9.4. Okay, that's pretty much right on where it's at. 9.4s FMVs right around 350 mark. You throw in the extra $20 for shipping, you're right there.
So I kind of added a 9.4 there, man, just to kind of give us like a look at like maybe something that is more, affordable. That's near near mint. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're real close there, and that's people are perfectly happy with there's not always 9.8 hunters, right? There's not every book that people have to have they have to have it in a 9.8. They're comfortable with certain books that they like being in little bit lower of a grade. And that's a perfect example right there. But if you happen to come across a nice copy in a flea market or something like that for, $20 to $30, and then you send it in and get graded and you get a $400 9.4 out of it, good on you. Like,
good on you, man.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, dude. That's so, but I mean, so I'm the one I'm looking at the most is that 9.4. What would you think if you saw one of those, and what would you throw out?
Man, I just don't think right now is the best time to even buy this book. I mean, honestly, you're not going to get any deals. You're going to have to buy it for sticker price, man. It's like, because everybody kind of knows, like, Dazzler and Taylor Swift is a thing, and, and she's all over the NFL and stuff now, so it's, everybody sees her every Sunday now, man, and, like, that's all they talk about. That's all they talk about, bro. Like, when I watched the games on last Sunday, they were just talking about the Chiefs game. Is Taylor Swift gonna come out and hang out? And this is the second flight she's been on with the Chiefs. Like, it's not about watching the NFL no more. It's about just like Taylor Swift sightings, bro. So
exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Not the best time to buy it.
Not the best time, man.
Hold until you get either a denied rumor by herself or by Disney saying no, it's not we're not going in that direction or something like that. Buy it then if you really want this book, or a week afterwards, because then you're going to see the price like tank.
Or just wait till everybody's head turns to something else, man. Like the next big announcement by Disney Plus or DC or Star Wars, and everybody kind of forgets about it. When you hear people not talking about this book, is the time you should be trying to make some deals,
Yeah, because they're going to talk about Taylor Swift, right? They're going to, no matter what, no matter who she's going to be dating or anything like that, they're still going to be talking about her. But as soon as, those kind of substantiated rumors die down a bit, then start putting your feelers out there and see if you can get this book for a cheaper price. I agree.
But right now, during the NFL season, bro, no. You're going to that's all we're going to be hearing about is Taylor Swift. So
agreed. Hold on.
It kind of is what it is, and I ain't hating on you, Taylor. I'm just saying, she worked hard for this, man. Like, she's been doing this stuff. I mean, I don't really know much about her, but she's been doing it for a couple of decades now, man. You got to give it to the lady, man. She worked hard and she earned it, So she hustled.
You can't hate on, and by all accounts, anyone who goes to see her concerts are just said it's a fantastic show. So just like I said, can't hate on it. Like,
can't hate on it, man.
She's doing her thing.
Moving on to another, awesome singing superstar, and you'll see what I'm saying. So we're talking about Batman Adventures number 12, the first appearance of Harley Quinn, man. It's now at number 65 on the GoCollect Top 100. It dropped 27 spots from number 38. This book was written by Kelly Puckett, and the art was by Mike Probeck. And this book spiked a little, because we got some news and we got some pictures of this young lady, man. Lady Gaga, man, playing Harley Quinn, and we got some photos of her. And we got a couple photos, and we got like a mini trailer that looks pretty dope. And the movie, so I'm gonna try my French out, man. Let me know what my French sounds like, Craig. All right. So it's Joker, Folie à Deux. Did I say it right, man? Folie.
That's pretty. You're pretty dead on.
Folie à Deux.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do or doigt.
Do or doigt. Is it do or doigt?
Is two. Yeah.
Sorry, did I say it? Doigt? Filet
You
à
said
trois?
"bois," but that's kind of how like the French pronounce it sometimes too. So you got it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
I was in
yeah.
Paris for a couple months, man, and I tried, man,
There you
and
go.
I
There
messed
you
up,
go.
I messed up the French, man. You know, like, but it's all right, man, it's all
Yeah,
right.
man.
And
Yeah, you're good.
so
All
that
good.
that movie is gonna be directed by Todd Phillips, and it's gonna star Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. And you know the good thing I like to talk about these books, man, is the cover price, man.
Hmm.
This book right here sold for $1.12, man, on September 10th, 1993. So
That's
it's
crazy, dude.
crazy. You know, if
Just
you
over a
just
dollar.
if y'all want to talk about like investments, like comic books are pretty good investments when you look at it that. If you're back
Hmm.
in 1993 and you bought like 10 copies of this, man, and you still have
Yeah.
it, and you maybe have like two 9.8s, dude, you did pretty good, I would
That's
say.
really good.
You know?
Yeah, that's a fantastic investment. If that's the hardest part, right? Is picking out that character and which one's going to pop off. But from the start, Harley Quinn has been popular.
Hmm.
From the start, everyone loved the character, just like they love Joker. A
Hmm.
couple other ones have come and gone, but Harley Quinn has just had staying power across like all platforms. So
Harley
yeah, it's a
Quinn's a
good one.
classic character, man. Everybody loves her,
Hmm.
man. You know,
Yeah.
in the cartoon that was on HBO Max, man, she's the
Hmm.
best, bro. Her and
Yeah,
Poison Ivy, it's the best.
super
Yeah,
funny, dude.
Penny,
Yeah,
Penny as her voice, dude.
yeah.
It's
Hmm.
perfect, man. So
Yeah, dude.
I always
Yeah.
think that there's gonna be a lasting value with this book, like because
Yep.
it's gonna be animation. There's gonna be animated movies. There's gonna be movies
Hmm.
with Harley Quinn because she's just a lovable
Yep.
character, man.
Yeah.
Like that could be
Shows
played
in
in
more
so
video
many different
games.
ways.
Oh yeah,
Played
yeah.
so
All
many.
over the
She's
place.
all it's all over. You could put a different actress and she puts her
Hmm.
spin on it and she's cool again. All right, guys. So let's check out the census over here on GoCollect around Batman Adventures number 12. We got 9.8s, man. There's no 10s or 9.9s on this, but they may exist somewhere. Who
Hmm.
knows, man? Someone's basement.
Yeah,
So
probably haven't been found yet. Yeah.
so for 9.8s, we got 1,194 of them, man, with 629 sales. The fair market value on a 9.8 is $2,600, with
Wow.
the 30-day moving average of $2,415, the 1 year moving average of $2,656.
Dang.
So yeah, you can see, man, like it's kind of opposite of what's happening over there with the Dazzler book, man.
Yeah.
X-Men 130. Like this one's
Hmm.
losing value, while that one's gaining $500 in value.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of stayed. It's gone down a little. It's the 1 year is close to where the fair market is at right now. So that's kind of good, I guess. It's not total loss, but it's gone down a little bit. Over the last 30 days. So a little bit, but not too bad.
Yeah, and so a 9.6 is fair market values at $1,000, man, straight up $1,000.
Hmm.
9.4, the fair market values at $700, and
Yeah.
9.2 for you guys that like to say FMV is $700. So so it's it's still, I think it's still a fair price, on this
Hmm.
book. I mean, the prices. This is probably a book that's ripe to buy, unlike X-Men 130. So
Yep. Yeah.
definitely a
I
book
agree.
that we want to best offer, maybe bids. We can actually
Hmm.
buy some raws at a decent price.
Yeah.
And I think this book has some legs too, man, because the Joker 2 movie isn't coming out until
Hmm.
October 4th, 2024. That's exactly a year from now when
A
when we're
year.
actually shooting this video. So
Yeah.
we got a lot of time, man.
Plenty of time. This is, yeah, like you said. There's a little bit. It's starting to go cold right now. Give it like, I'd say like 2 months. Right
Hmm.
right around maybe the beginning of the year. People are gonna. There's always going to be interest, like we're saying with Harley Quinn, but people are going to kind of start to forget about that movie. Unless they release new details. Then that's the time to get that book. People are going to want to offload their copies of it. Buy it then.
Bro, and I think in Christmas is when we're gonna get like the trailer, like the
Yeah.
2 minute,
Oh
3 minute
yeah.
trailer of
Yeah.
this.
You might be
So
right. Yeah. Hmm.
so that's a good time to buy too. Christmas is
Hmm.
always a good time to buy anyway, man. That's like
Yeah.
that's the right time to buy is around November and December. So we're actually starting to show at a good time for you guys to start making them best offers and them good bids, man. But let's check out what's going over on eBay. So GoCollect's on it again, man. So the 9.8s are going. This one was sold on October 1st. Went for $22.80. Let's say 2,300, man, because that shipping
bucks,
shipping's 20 bucks, man. 9.4 went for $850. You know, around 850, 860. Another 9.8 went for $25.50. You know, not bad, man. You know, this it's still kind of holding up. You know, it's still you know, the prices are still pretty good on this one, man. So and then on the raws in August, book sold for $400, man. They're claiming this one was near mint. Another one sold for $516 on September 24th and August 31st at $500. So we're seeing kind of a small decline, you know? Because look at this
crazy,
one. Nah, man, the VF Plus, went for $516 at near mint. You know, claiming it as a near mint went for $400, man. So there's a slight decline there, man. Someone got, you know, $100 $100 deal right there, you know?
Yeah, and who knows if that, like we always say, who knows if that 90/92 is really like a 80/85, right? You got to get your magnifying glass out and really scope those pictures really well. You might have been, oh, hey, you say it's this, but it really looks like this. I'll give you this, you know?
Yeah, so, this is a book that I'm missing in my collection, so if I can try to get a deal on this, I would, man. Because like I said, Harley Quinn's like a forever character. She's always going to be somewhere, you know, in the media, you know, and she's always going to have content. Anywhere. She's going to have movies. She's going to have, you know, animated series and animated movie. You know, someone's going to want to take a stab at playing her, you know, like, there's a lot of room, you know, with Harley Quinn. So you can play her dark, you can play her silly, you can play her hot, you can play her not, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like I'm interested to, when this movie does come out, I definitely want to see it, because it probably a lot of people felt like Margot Robbie was like just nailed it, right? It was they wouldn't have kept making movies. She did like such an awesome job in the Suicide Squad movies and even her own movie, which I don't think a lot of people really liked, but I did. I thought it was fun.
I thought it was good too.
Yeah, it was just like a fun, like empowering, you know, superheroine kind of movie, you know. But I think she did a fantastic job. I'm interested to see how Lady Gaga is going to kind of turn it and make it different. It's supposed to be like somewhat of a musical, what they're billing it as. So be interesting to see.
Folie à doigt, you know? So
there you go.
I have no idea what that means. If you know what it means in the comments, man, please enlighten us, you know? So we're ignorant Americans here that only speak English, so. All right, guys. Next up, we got Batman 497 from July 1993. Writer on this was Doug Minch, and the artist was Jim Aparo. Jim Aparo, man.
Got it.
And the cover price on this was $1.25, man.
Jeez, man.
You know, $1.25, man. $1.25 back in 1993. This was like kind of written, you know, at the same time as that the Batman Adventures number 12 around 1993.
Exactly.
You know,
I miss those days of that cheap cover price.
Cheap cover price, but $1.25. I miss everything that was cheap, man. Like we always complain, man.
Yeah. Well,
inflation always wins, bro. You know?
Exactly.
And the key for this is that Bane breaks Batman's back right there, man. You know,
there it is.
I think what made this book super popular was back in 2012 when it happened in the movies in Dark Knight Rises, man. And I remember watching that, man. I remember watching it and happening, and I was like, dude, they just made that book legend. You know, like they made that book legend, man.
Yeah.
So
exactly. It spiked it big time for sure.
So this one is at spot 91. It went down 14 spaces from 77. So it's staying steady, man. I mean, it's in the top 100. You know, like it's a top. I mean, I just kind of think about the top 100 of all comic books, you know, right now and all time. That's not a bad league to be in. Is in the top 100, man. You know.
No way, dude. You know how many comic books were written?
I know, right?
It's crazy. Like that for this book to have this much staying power across all time. You know, and I think it's like people like us who saw it when it came out, and you're like, oh man, Batman got his back broken, and then now maybe our kids or teenagers that are around this time and they're digging through dollar bins or something like that, they discover comics and they go, what, Batman got his back broken, I gotta read this. They're finding it. So I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. And this is a book you can find in like $5 bins all the time.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
But it's just a classic book to have in your collection. I don't think it's ever gonna be worth I don't think it's ever gonna you can ever retire off this book. I just think it's a book you gotta have in your collection, man. Yep. I have it in my collection. I know Space has in his collection, man. All OG collectors have this in the collection. And I just want to let you go. This is the OG copy, the first print. Because there's like what? How many prints of this? Like 4 or 5 prints.
I think there's like 4 printings of it.
4 printings, yeah. So this is the OG print, man. But let's check out the stats. So check this out, guys. When there's actually two 10s on the census.
Dang.
But they didn't sell for much, man. They only sold for about $500, right? That's what it's saying there. $500.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
9.9 actually sold more than the 10. At was that $600?
Mm-hmm. Probably because there's a few more of them, I would imagine.
Yeah, there's a few more. There's just 9 of them, bro. 9 of them.
Exactly.
That's not bad for a book that sold for $1.25, man, back in 1990.
Oh, not at all, dude. Not at all.
The 9.8, man, is fair market value is $75. The 30-day moving average is about $69. The 1-year moving average is about $74. So still a pretty good book to buy, man. If you're into 9.8s. For this one, man, I'm not really searching for a 9.8. I just want one for my collection to read.
Exactly.
If I feel like it. If I feel like if my kid sees like Dark Knight Rises, and he's like, Daddy, that happened in a comic book, and I can just run down to my my garage and pull it out and say, here you go, son, read about it, man.
Here it is, check it out. And then you won't feel bad if he dog ears the pages or messes it up or anything like that. It's a reader copy, right? That's what you wanted this book for. Yeah, just like you said, nobody's getting rich off this book unless you got 400 copies and they're all 9/8 and you can sell them all.
Yeah, bro. Unless Taylor Swift plays Batman, bro, we're not gonna be seeing this book selling and sending you to a vacation out in Tahiti, bro. So.
Yeah, dude. You say that now. Watch, she'll be the next like Catwoman or something.
Bro, what if she's gonna invade every like nerd fandom ever around, bro.
Yep. Yeah.
Which I don't mind, I don't mind. Hey, Taylor,
cool.
get yours, and
if it boosts it, all the better, man.
All the better for all the OG collectors, man.
Yep, exactly.
But let's check out what's going on eBay. All right, man. GoCollect's right again, man. Check that out, man. $50. It says $50 there for that 9.8 on the top from October 1st, but you got to add in that $19 right there for shipping, so it's about $70.
Right at 70, exactly what it says.
Look at the CBCS though, man. The 9.8 went for $20 less, man. At 50 around 50
bucks. Yes, they got a 9.8 for 50.
Only 2 bids, bro. Only 2 bids.
Yeah, nobody's looking. And that's the thing that I look at back and forth too. That's what's cool about GoCollect. They have you can look at the census for both of them, but that sharp drop off between CGC and CBCS. And it's really not that much different when you actually look at the product and look at the book. It's not that crazy, of a difference in the actual product when you're holding it in your hand and you can see how well made each one of them is. But that just shows you people want everything in a CGC. Yeah,
man. And check out the one on the bottom, the 9.8. So that's the second print right there. So it didn't have that fold over, man. That fold over kind of ruins from the first print kind of ruins the for me, it kind of ruins the cover, man, a little bit, man, because you only can see half of Batman. But that second print looks dope, though, man. You got a 9.8 yellow label. And then, like we said, man, like you can find these in the $5 bins, man. If you go to cons or if you go to a show, like me and Space going to be at Near Mint in about a month, right? Near Mint.
That's right. Yep. In November.
November, first week of November, right? November 4th.
I think it's a second week in November. But if you can look them up,
yeah, man. I think we might even do the show there, bro. Like,
that'd be dope. We totally should, or at least one book, right? For sure.
Yeah, at least one book. We could just actually pick it out of a box or something, man.
Yeah. Crazy spec book of the day. But
crazy spec book, crazy buy now book of the day, bro. But that's a code show, the code book show, man. So
Yeah, there you go.
$5. But look, man, someone got like $18 for one, man, right there. You know, so
Yeah, I don't. That's crazy. That's an outlier.
yeah,
I don't
someone
get
got
that. I
lucky,
mean,
bro. Someone was
yeah,
like,
for
dude.
sure. Yeah,
Someone was just like, you know what, man, I'm gonna put $20 here, and I'm gonna leave it here for like 10 years, and 10 years later,
yep,
bro, someone bought it for
yeah,
20
and
bucks. They're like, and they're looking
exactly.
at you, looking at us like, I told you so. I told you
Yep,
so, kid.
yep,
You know,
yeah.
so
But you hit the nail on the head. You go to an LCS all day long. You see this in the $3-5 bin, something like that. $7 maybe at the most price tag on it, and you'll find them. They're out there. This book was so heavily printed. That's why they did 4 printings of it. So
yeah, yeah. It's a classic book, though, man.
yeah,
Like you got,
exactly,
if you're a new
absolutely,
collector, like you got to get this book in your collection. You know,
absolutely.
Batman 497, man, $5, or you could pay $70 for a 9.8. Either one, man, it's goodbye. You know, so.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, up next we got Web of Spidey, Web of Spider-Man. I shouldn't say Spidey. Web of Spider-Man. That's the real title. #1, and this was published in April of 1985. It was written by Louise Simonson, and it has one of my favorite Spider-Man covers of all time by Charles Vess. Such a
Yep.
cool pose, Spidey up on a building with gargoyles and a bunch of mist and stuff. It just shows you. It's kind of cool. I I remember the first time seeing this, I was like, oh, this is like a different side of Spider-Man. Even though he's in a black costume, I was like, oh, he kind of looks like way more mysterious now. He's not just like, neighborhood Spider-Man swinging and having fun. He was like, oh, he's kind of like, he's like dark Spider, but yeah, this is down 25 spots from number 27. It's at number 52 now. So, it took a quarter of the list dive. And I don't even understand completely why it was up in the first place, to be honest. What do you think? Do you think it has to do anything with like Venom and what the Venom rumors might have been, what they were talking about
Yeah,
filming the next movie? Or
I think
I
it
have
had to
no
do
idea, to
like
be
with
honest.
a lot of the Black Spidey books, the Secret
Mhm.
Wars books took were pretty hot for a second. I think it all
Yeah,
had to do
that's
with
true.
the symbiote stuff, man. In the
Gotcha.
new movie,
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
the,
Absolutely, yeah.
I think there was
Yeah, because
I think there was a rumor that Tom Holland was going to be in Venom too. So everybody's kind of like, and here we go, man, Black Spider
yeah,
Man. You know,
yeah,
so
exactly. Maybe
you
he
know,
actually put the suit on or something like that, and then and I know they're talking about Secret Wars. They want to do stuff with Secret Wars, and they haven't decided exactly what route they're going to take. Whether it's like original Secret Wars with the introduction of the black suit, or the
yeah,
new Secret Wars. So
the Hickman
yeah,
one, yeah.
that's a good that's I think you're probably dead on with that exactly. I was kind of
But you know,
trying to think.
but
It was like, why did it spike?
But I think it's gonna be the Hickman one because that's where they can bring Miles Morales in. Like
Hmm.
in a live action
Hmm.
man. And
Yeah,
that's where Disney's gonna make their money.
yeah, for
So
sure. Yeah, as soon as Miles shows up, live action, all over. They get a lot of people coming back around. Yeah, that's probably, yeah. I think you're probably right on that too with the newer run. And there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in that newer run. So they get a lot of experimentation. I think they can do. So it's pretty
mhm.
cool. But yeah. So this is also the first appearance of the Vulturions. I don't think that has any bearing
Yeah,
on this
nope.
whatsoever, but it is a first appearance book, so it is technically a key, the first new in this new title, first book in this new title. I think this was the third Spider-Man title that
Mhm.
came out, third continuing Spider-Man title, in 1985. So, but yeah, let's check out the data on this book. Like it says right there, first appearance of Vulturions, first issue to new titled series. But there's one 10-0 on the census, just one lone 10-0. There might be way more of them out there, like space. I mean, like Hood said earlier, but that's pretty crazy that
Mhm.
a book this old is. It was pretty heavily printed. You think there'd be a few more of those on the census, like there is the 9/9s, 11 of them, and that
11.
last sold.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. When is that last? Is that 2014? Sold for
Mhm.
$600.
$600, man.
Dang, dude. Yeah. So that's, that shows you right there that that book in that high of a grade is not very common either. It demands that much more when you look at what the 9/8s usually go for. About $160 is fair market
Mhm.
value.
Mhm.
But there's quite a few. Look at, that's the most on the census is the 9/8s.
Yep.
People really are they're being very picky about what they send in when they have this book. They really want that high grade. So, more than any other grade, this book is graded in a 9.8.
I mean, honestly, bro, this is a book that I won't even like send, and I'll just buy it.
Oh yeah,
At
100.
$160.
Exactly.
Why
Yep.
even go
Yep.
through all the pain of like pressing it and then
No.
and
No.
all the stuff
Hmm.
you got to do and
You have to worry about one little thing, one little spot, one little turn of this, one little wrinkle. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. I got just like in a straight 9.8. I was like, I'm not
yeah.
going to mess around with it.
It is
So
one
just
right
bought it.
now, bro. Is right for like you could actually get this best offer for less than fair market value too, man.
Oh yeah, I think all day, way you could probably get it way cheaper, especially if you go to like a local show, like we're saying we're talking about near mint. I bet you if this one shows up there and you walk up with $120, nobody's going to turn you down for 9.8.
Yeah,
They want to get
even
it. They
even
want to
like
get it done.
the 30-day moving average, man, is dipping. Like
Yeah,
look at 30-day moving average, man.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
152.
Down. Yep. One all. I mean, across. The only thing is like the 3 month, right? It's pretty much dead on, but down from the 1 year average. 30 days going down. I bet you next month down even more. Unless we get some insane news or something. But 9.6 and 9.4. 120, 110.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that if you really wanted to try to put a little bit more work in, this is a book you want to like hold on to, right?
Mm-hmm.
You buy like a 9.0 or a 9.2 and you have somebody try to work some magic on it and you keep that book for you probably get a grade bump up. But
But
I mean, it's
always,
down.
but always a book for like Black Spidey is always gonna be like Secret Wars 8
Hmm.
or like the
Yep.
Spotlight, or the
Yep.
ASM one, like
Yeah.
those are the books that are gonna be. This is kind of like the book you get when you can't get those, right?
Yeah. This is the intro book, right? This is the one you buy like because you're like, oh, this is a dope cover,
Hmm.
early Black Spidey appearance, and then you're like, oh, okay, I can just save my money to get a Secret Wars 8 because that's the
Yeah,
one that everyone
yeah,
wants. But yeah, I mean, look, you get a 9.2 for under $100. Yeah, dude. I
yeah,
mean, if
dude. I
you
mean,
don't care
don't
about the
even
grade, just go right there. That's perfect.
don't.
See,
Yeah, I mean, if
save
you want to
yourself.
get 9.8, don't even look for a near mint. Just buy one yours. Just buy one off eBay
Yeah,
or a show,
yeah,
and
exactly,
have your
exactly.
have your GoCollect app out with you. You're
Yep.
looking at the census and you're like, you know what, you know,
Yeah. 2,500
easy,
on the census. I could find one. I could get a good deal somewhere. Exactly. That's the way
definitely,
that
man.
I think that's the way to do it, especially from that price dip from the 9.6 to the 9.8. It's only 40 more dollars, dude. Just
Just get a
yeah,
9.8. Don't
save your
be
milk
don't,
money for a month, dude. Save your
yeah, don't be
coffee money.
cheap. Don't be cheap, man.
Yeah, dude. It's a way to don't be cheap. I love it. All right, and there you go. You see it right at the top, right there. 9.8, 137.50. It was, what do we say? 160 was the
Yeah,
FMB on that.
hmm,
That's even below.
it's even
So
below.
look at that one below is little insane. 250 jumping up $100, but just like we were talking about, you shoot them an offer. These aren't best offers, but you shoot them an offer of 140, a little bit under, so you can get that shipping in there for the FMB price, and you get a 9.8 probably any day of the week, dude. So
This mirrors the 30-day moving average though, because when you see
that's true.
160 and there's a 30-day moving average of 152, that's $8 loss. That's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot. There has to be books selling
Hmm.
a lot less than that 160. So this
Yeah.
really mirrors good about what's going on over on GoCollect, man. Because
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
yeah,
especially for that price, you're absolutely right on that. It's for that 9.8, you're going to see it, that little bit of a dip, but the
hmm,
rest of the stuff, like even like you're looking at these raws right here, right? This is a pre-owned. Who knows what grade that is? A newsstand, but somebody got it for under $20, shipping included.
hmm.
445 and 855 shipping. Probably it looks like a decent copy. It's not a beater, but like
Hmm.
$10, with another five for shipping, $15, still under 20. There you go, man. Like,
No, it's definitely a book, man. You can find this book at your LCS, man. You don't
oh
have to go
yeah,
to the Bay
for
and
sure.
pay them the fees, and
Hmm.
make the eBay king,
Yeah,
like rich and buy him a vacation, man, off your buying your Spideys, your Black Spideys books.
yeah,
Buy
exactly.
help
Yep.
out your LCS on this one, man. Just go to
Yeah,
your
for sure.
LCS and
This
make a deal.
they got those low price wall books right there. You really
Hmm.
want it? Go get one from an LCS.
Bro, I bet that your LCS, they've been sitting there anyway, man. They've been sitting there for like 5 years, 6 years, you know?
Oh yeah, dude. They probably got a few in a box in the back. They're like, oh, you know what? We'll just bring a new one out every time one sells every year or so.
Bro, I bet
Probably
you
how.
this. I bet you this sells to you for cover price too, man. Like,
Yeah, if you really, bundle like we're saying, there's like so many ways, like we're talking about, to get comics, and you could say, oh, hey, you know what? I really like this comic, and I really like that comic, and you're willing to spend a little bit of money. Hey, you know what? Ask them, hey, sweeten the pot a little bit. Throw me in that Web of Spider-Man #1 you got right there. It's a $10, $15, $20 book for them. It's not that big of a deal. They might go for it.
and they're probably cool. They're like, man, that book's been there for like 5 years. Whatever. Take it,
Yeah.
man. Bundle it in.
Get it gone. Bundle up. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all about being cold, so you got to stay bundled, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what we do.
dad
Oh,
jokes.
there you go.
Dad jokes.
Stay bundled when it's cold.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, guys, and you guys know it's the last book of the night, and we're always gonna bring you a good silver or bronze book that you can find, man, out in your find at your LCS or your eBay or your shows or wherever you shop, man. And right now, we got you guys Silver Surfer #1 from August 10th, 1968. Guess what the cover price was on this, bro?
Oh, that's got to be a quarter or less.
25 cents, man.
There
25 cents. You guys can see it, bro.
Yeah.
This is the first ongoing series of our friend Norrin Rad. The first appearance of Shayla Bell. First appearance of Zen Law. The writer of this was Stan Lee, and art by John Buscema. So the classic, man. So
he's dope. I love his early stuff on Surfer and on the other books. It's just so iconic looking, right?
Yeah, man. And man, out of all this series, man, I still don't have #4, bro. That's the one I need.
Oh yeah.
I still
nice.
need that one. I need
You got a #1?
I don't have a #1, but I want #4.
Man. Oh, you want everyone wants that one too. They want 1 and 4, right? Those are the books to get.
Those are the books to get, man.
I hear.
This book, man, is at number 55, down 18 spots from 37, man. So not a bad drop, man. Not a bad drop. But this book got some pump recently because this guy right here, man, he got the rumors where he's getting casted as Silver Surfer in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie, and I'm gonna screw his name up too, man. Iban Mas Bakrak. Did I say it right?
I think it's. I think you're probably close. I don't know if it's Iban or Eben, because I know that it could be Eben, but I do know he's from The Bear. I know he's on that show, The Bear or whatever. So I've seen clips of that. I haven't watched it, but I've seen clips, and I know he's on that. So yeah.
Yeah, man. But no one can ever beat the name Norrin Rad, bro. No one can beat that name.
No way. It's so cool.
I'm gonna name my second kid Norrin Rad, bro. Norrin Rad, bro.
Nice,
for real.
dude.
Norrin.
Yeah, dude. It'd be perfect, right? First and middle name. There you go. Done.
It's an awesome, bro. Whoever, Stan Lee, man. I gotta give him props, man. Like that name is so sick, man.
Ahead of his time with naming that guy too. Rad wasn't even like a cool word until like the 80s.
I know, right? Like it's just rad, bro. Like your last name is so, bro. If you're like you're just walking down the street, hey, Rad. Yeah, I know I am.
Yeah, exactly, right. Yep. What's up?
What's up? But this book, like we can see, this book is down 18 spots, man. Let's check out and see what's going on the census with this one. All right, guys. So 9.8. We got 10 on the census, man, and we got 2 sales. And the current sold price on this one was from 2007 at 27 grand. 27 grand for a book that went for a quarter. Damn.
For real, right?
Went for a quarter, man. 9.6s, man. 9.6s. There's 42 on the census. 32 sales. The FMV on this is 26 grand, man. 26 grand. So
I mean, obviously those 9.8s aren't really selling, but I mean, only a $1,000 price difference. Jeez.
Right?
Yeah.
But let's go. Let's look at some books that actually have like some moving averages. So in 9.0, there's 220 of those on the census. For the FMB on that is $4,100. The 1 year moving average is $4,523, and the 30-day moving average is $3,600. So that's a good. That you can see that one right there. There's some good fluctuation in that one for for making best offers and making some deals. You know,
Yeah,
that's a big gap. That's a big
dude,
gap, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
down from the year and up from the 30-day. So that's exactly.
You gotta love GoCollect
fluctuation
for
like
this
you're
one, man,
saying.
because this one tells you like which books you should be buying. You know, like if
Mhm.
you're interested, so say like this Silver Surfer #1 is on your list. You would look
Mhm.
at this and you'd be like, okay, let me look at where where the biggest gap is between the 1 year and the 30-day. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and right, that's a big gap, dude. We were talking
is a
about the
big
$8 gap. You know, that $8 gap on
Yeah.
that. Web of Spider-Man. You know, or was
Mhm.
it the Web of Spider-Man we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the $8 gap, and you could see like
Yeah.
the big difference. So man, this one you could probably buy under like $3,000 maybe, because look at the big
Oh
gap.
yeah.
You know,
Yep. Yeah,
you
and
could probably
especially
buy
like we were saying with the Submariner book, you know, getting this book in anything above like a 7.0 is anyone's going to be happy with it because the book is so old and so iconic. So you're never going to be like, if you got a 9.0 in this book, you're sitting pretty, dude. Like you're in an elite class that nobody really has this book. You know, there's only 220 of them on the census. So
The one that's holding steady is a 7.0 though, man. Look at that. FMV is 1,300.
yeah,
The 1 year moving average is about 1481, and the 30-day is about 12. So that's not a bad fluctuation, you know, in there, man.
Pretty
But
close.
it just looks like, I mean, I'm looking at the prices, man, and like this book is pretty right, man, for getting a good deal on. Like the gap between the 1 year and the 30-day is pretty big, you know, on these books, you know. So
Yeah, absolutely.
if you're looking for, you know, if you're a Silver Surfer fan like I am, man, you know, like I was telling Space, man, it's Silver Surfer is my dad's favorite, you know, MCU character, favorite comic book character in general. He loved him, man. He loved him because the name, you know, I'm playing. I love him because of the name. Norman Rat, best name ever, man. You know,
yeah,
so
dude, it's dope. It's an awesome name.
what if he was, and he's a surfer,
Yeah,
bro,
dude.
and he's a surfer. Norman Rat, a name with Norman Rat, and you're a surfer, like. That's like having the name Kelly Slater. Like it's perfect. You know. You know.
You can't get cooler. You literally can't get cooler.
Can't get cooler, bro.
You're the coolest, dude.
Yeah. Let's check the eBay prices on this one.
All right, let's check it out.
All right, guys. Let's check out the prices on eBay, man. I put some low grades copies here that we can afford. You know, I don't. You're not gonna find a 9.8 on eBay. I'm sorry, man. You gotta go to Heritage or something for that.
Yeah, that's the only spot, really.
Yeah.
Your
You know,
options
anything above a 9, I would think, man, Heritage would be the spot you're gonna find those, man. You know.
Yeah, or a show.
Or show, yeah.
Yeah.
On September 26th, we got 4.5 for about $450 with the shipping. September 24th, 5.5 sold for about $800, I would say, with the tax and all that.
Yep.
September 22nd, 5.5 sold for best offer. I would say about what, 700?
I would imagine. Yep.
That's
Canadian,
not bad.
so
Canadian,
no, dude,
man.
that's a good deal because you know
Someone-
that price difference between Canadian dollars and ours. So yeah, absolutely.
And then on September 19th, a book went for 405, so about 450, I would say.
Yeah,
On
that's
the
probably fair.
and on the raws, dang man, that raw went for 580, more than that.
That's kind of crazy.
It says grade it yourself. So I could never trust those, man. I'm always thinking like there's something missing in that book. You know, like
you got a missing page or something was ripped or torn or a staple pop or something weird like that.
Yeah, just keep it like this guy kept it on the one that sold on September 6th. Silver Surfer #1, 2.5, Origin of Silver Surfer 19. Something clean like that. I'll buy something like that. There's no fluff, you know. You're not trying to sell something to me, man.
Looks pretty honest. Like even just this, we can see it in the small picture. It looks probably right around 2.5. So that's pretty. Yeah, it seems pretty honest.
You got 7.0 right there. That kind of jumbled in with the raws. 1150, not bad, man. Like we said, like we were looking at that 7.0 too, right?
Yeah, exactly, and that's pretty much dead on.
We're kind of dead on about it, right? Yeah, we're kind of dead on about that price, man. So that's a good price to buy at a 7.0, you know.
Yep.
But I had to put my Silver Surfer #4, the book Bro, I could have bought this book like 2 weeks before COVID, man, from Uncle Al. Me and Uncle Al were trying to make a deal for this book.
Make a deal.
He just sell this book for me. He just sell this book to me for like $180.
Oh, bro.
Probably like a 7.0, bro. Like,
man.
And then I kind of lost touch with Uncle Al for a bit, man. And then after COVID, he's like, sorry, son, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's so.
Hold on to that guy, right? Yeah, dude. No, I mean, I feel you there because a few years ago, I'll never forget it. I think about it probably every other day. I had the chance to buy a ASM 129 First Punisher for like $120, and it was like, it looked like it was probably about a 7.5 or an 8.0, and I kicked myself every day because I didn't get it.
Bro, I'm kicking myself. Like I remember he had like a he had a bunch of books, dude, that were really priced well before COVID, man. And I was just like,
man,
I'm kicking myself now, man.
Yeah.
So what can you do, man?
It is what it is, right?
But that's the fun thing about collecting, man. It's like those are the memories you have, man. You know, so
yeah, exactly. It's all part of it.
All right, friends, and thank you for joining us here at the Hoodrat podcast for Comics. This is a show with me, Space Ferret, dude, with GoCollect, man, where we try to help you make all those good deals and find the good deals on books that are being forgotten. You're not selling as many or selling for a little bit less. But make sure you guys follow my boy Space over on YouTube. You can find it here in my description. He's gonna be doing some live shows as well, man.
For sure.
I'll be joining him over there with hopefully some friends. We
Yep,
don't know what we're gonna talk
Invite a bunch
about
of
yet, but it's gonna be fun.
All kinds of stuff.
And make sure you like and subscribe to this channel as well. You know, because we're gonna have Comics here every week for you guys.
Yeah, and it's free. It's free.
It's totally free.
Yeah.
Totally free, man. And you know, make sure you go check out GoCollect too. It's right there in the description. And it's you know, it's, as you guys can see, it has totally awesome, you know, information on there and data, all data driven, man. So no fluff, man. Just numbers to help you find the best deals in the comic universe, man. So.
Exactly. Just distills everything down for you, makes it easy.
Yeah, totally, man. But as we say here on the Hoodrat podcast and the Comics, man, you know, like we got a motto, man, and y'all know what the motto is, man. You know, bundle up and stay cool.
Stay cool, man.